Roxy, right here.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to your last media day with us.
Oh gosh.
So I know a lot's been made of this being your last fight and everything, but how has fight week been for you so far, leading up to your 50th and last fight?
I've been really excited to be here. Really looking forward to this trip. I always enjoy fight week, and I'm really excited to get a media day. I feel special, and I'm really trying not to focus on the fact it's my last one, because I feel kind of pressure when I think of it that way. I think my friends and coaches and fans and media members are really trying to ask me about my career, and I feel really good about that. And I just really want to go into the fight with a positive attitude and just feeling excited and trying to do what I've learned to do. And like, I'm going off on a tangent now, but like all this time I've always focused on, I want to be stronger, I want to be stronger, I want to be stronger. Like, that's my martial arts spirit. So now after this fight, I really want to be able to say, I got stronger. Like, look at what I've done. So that's kind of my feelings going into this fight week.
I was going to ask, I guess it reminds me of like when Derek Jeter and Kobe retired, they said they kind of regretted announcing it was their last season because after that, it kept every press conference, that's what was focused on. Do you maybe regret bringing it up? So, because that now everyone's going to bring it up to you and talk about it.
In the past, when I wondered about how it would be, I didn't want to think about retirement. But now I think I'm absolutely ready, so I don't mind talking about it.
I'm sure you saw the article that came out of all the female fighters talking about your career in general. So what do you make, like, it's one thing for the fans and the media to bring up your career, but you're also seeing fellow fighters, even the current UFC bantamweight champion is saying, like, there is never going to be someone like Roxy moving forward now.
That article really touched me. I'm really grateful for the author who wrote that, and for the people who interviewed and said those things. That was so cool. I'm going to totally print that out and keep it forever. I didn't know a couple things. Like, I didn't know what Marloes thought about us, and I totally forgot that I had gone up to Tara in the fight and said, "You better not be going easy on me." Like, I don't remember that, but that's totally something I would have done. So it was really cool, yeah, to get credit from them and to, like, as I said, it reminded me, like, I'm always really hard on myself for my losses, because I always try so hard and put my heart into it. So I tell myself, like, oh, well, I didn't win these fights I wanted to win, but I did my best. But then reading that article, it made me feel like, no, that was awesome, those things that you did. So it was a nice thing.
Well, the author, Sean, is watching the live stream right now, too. So.
Thank you so much. I'm so touched by that article. You're awesome.
And speaking of Casey, who you're fighting on Saturday, she was in here earlier. She's saying she's just treating this like a different fight. She respects what you've done, but I think her phrase was in a previous interview that this isn't a passing of the torch. This is a nail in the coffin. So what do you make of those comments?
Ooh, that's pretty sassy. I like it. That's exactly what she should be thinking, you know? She shouldn't care about me or my career or anything. She should just be training to fight me, and I really respect her. She seems like a very tough opponent. I always enjoyed watching her fights up until now. I thought, man, she has like a similar style. Like, she just busts forward and tries to grab him and take him down and pound him out and choke him or whatever. Like, that's cool. So I'm excited to fight such a strong up-and-comer. Bring it on. She
also said on Monday in the MMA Hour that she's kind of looking forward to getting past this because she trains with one of your friends, and that part is a little stressful for, not that you're training secrets, but just like the thought of it in the back of her mind.
Very, very similar, actually. Yeah, several of my friends train at the same gym, and then like one of our mutual coaches is kind of stuck in the middle now, so that's been super awkward. So in that way, I'm also excited for this fight camp to be finished and this fight to end. And then maybe we'll get to train together someday.
Is there any hints on the final cosplay for the ceremonials? I know you like to keep them secret. But.
Let's say, does anybody know My Hero Academia?
Uh-huh.
Who is the head hero who ends up retiring?
Okay, I don't want to give it away from people.
It's okay.
Cool. Final one for me. I know your last official Weighins, you did the Scout Regiment salute. Are you caught up now to the most recent episode?
Yes.
What do you think?
Oh man, that's such a screwed up series. But it has a lot of social commentary. Like, just watching it before I came out here, I was like, oh my God, they're really doing this. Like, I don't even know what's gonna happen. I would not want to be alive in that world.
Did you envision that show would take the path it's taking now after the?
No, not at all. And I like your shirt, by the way, sir.
Roxanne over here. You talked about how when you had always thought about retirement, it wasn't something that was comfortable for you, but you kind of came to the realization that it was time. What was it? I mean, was there something that you found, kind of that you focused on as like the reason specifically?
There were multiple reasons, which is why I feel comfortable making this decision. One was that, like, I feel like I used to wake up at 4 a.m., like, full of energy, like, let's eat breakfast, let's go for a jog, let's do push-ups, and now I'm waking up at 6, like, oh, I don't really want to go have Mortal Kombat at, like, 10 a.m. now. Like, my body just doesn't feel like it. I really want to focus more on jiu-jitsu. I keep feeling that urge rather than, like, let's punch each other. Also, I feel like in training after a hard sparring session, I started getting headaches. And I don't want to go down that path of like brain trauma. I think I've been lucky to have like 49 fights and not have brain trauma. So I started wearing headgear and that problem got better. But it sucks to train with headgear because people grab it and you're like, I'm getting choked by the like headgear strap around my neck. So it's like not as fun anymore as it used to be. So I want to be able to give 100% to my fight camps. And I feel like that I might not be able to moving forward. So I feel like now's a good time to change my life.
Yeah, for sure. And I know, people ask you about pressure, always pressure your retirement fight, but is there any comfort, like reading the article that Jose talked about, like regardless of what happens in this fight, do you feel a sense of comfort, like, win or lose, I've accomplished so much and I've had a successful career?
Yes, exactly. That's a good point. I do feel proud of myself. Yeah, I've done a lot. So nothing can take away from what I've actually done.
Hi, Roxanne, over here. Going off that Attack on Titan question, I want to ask you a question of morality. Whose side would you be on in that final season, Zeke's or Aaron's?
Oh, man. I still don't, I feel like I don't know if Aaron's telling the truth because he keeps lying to the audience. Usually the audience is in on the plot, but in this case, like, we don't know who's lying and who's telling the truth. But I would say, I don't know, like, I almost can't believe that Aaron wants to murder
Have you
everyone.
read the mangas? Because that's all done.
Yeah, I have not. Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Ooh. So I'm gonna say Aaron's side. I'm gonna be on Aaron's side. Like, let's be strong, let's fight. Like, actually, funny, I'm branching off here. My dad keeps sending me history magazines to read and articles and stuff. He's like, history repeats itself, pay attention. And I used to be like, Dad, whatever. But now at my age, I'm like, holy crap. So just, it has such a good social commentary that I can totally see, like, how the author is making a comment about war and our civilization. And we just have to fight for our lives, basically, in this day and age as well, even in our society.
In the early stages of your career, you spent a lot of time in Japan, living there, and the beginning of your career, a big part of it took place there. Now that you're heading into your final fight, do you find yourself thinking back to those days when you lived in Japan?
I do. I'm enjoying reminiscing about those days. And I had some media interviews with Japanese folks yesterday, and it was so cool because, like, Gon Kakutogi, like, he reminded me of the things that I've done and the team, Keishukai, that I used to belong to. And I love those days. Those are awesome days. And the teammates, like, I got to talk to Mizugaki-san, and we used to train together, and, like, all these other people. It was really cool to reminisce about that.
Hey, Roxy. Is there any part of fighting, whether it be a fight week, the preparation, the thrill of victory, have you given thought of what part of that you're going to miss the most?
Weighins. I love weigh-ins. Like, I don't mind cutting weight so much because I really enjoy eating lunch with my friends together. Like, I have a group of friends, shout out to Candy, who always comes and, like, hangs out with me, and then I get to do my cosplay, which I really enjoy. I get so nervous before that. I, like, start sweating and, like, get really, like, the jitters a little bit before that because I really want to do a cool performance, and then I enjoy watching it on video afterwards. So, Weighins.
Hey, not to take your mind off the fight, but what are some of your plans post-retirement? Like, I know that you love teaching kids jiu-jitsu. Is that something that you'll be taking more seriously now?
I have some ideas. Nothing's set yet. I cannot reveal my hopeful plans yet. I have one, and I also hope to teach jiu-jitsu in addition to that. I really love teaching kids. And I love writing as well. Like I'm writing my second autobiography, the second stage, because I wrote a first one. This is my second one. So I want to finish that, finish getting it edited, and then publish it.
When do you expect to have that complete?
I'm almost finished writing it, so now I need my friends and people I'm hiring to help me finish editing it. So hopefully I'll finish it in the next few months, and then maybe by the end of the year, publish it. So stay tuned. Thank you.